quick hunter-style chicken cacciatore. The elements of this dish are earthy wild mushroom. These are dried porcinis, or you can get mixed dried mushrooms. And we're going to reconstitute them. You know, hunters, they're out in the woods all day. So we're using dark meat chicken, right, that a hunter would prefer as to white meat. We're going boneless, skinless, so it's quick cooking. I put the seasoned side down in the pan first. This first side I cook for about 4 minutes. When I flip the chicken, I will cook it about a minute less. Meanwhile, in another pan, we're moving the recipe forward by reconstituting these mushrooms. About a cup to a cup and a half of liquid. So water, stock, I'm using chicken bone broth because we're cooking with chicken. And we get our porcini or mixed wild mushroom down in there so it can all reconstitute, plump back up and come back to life, right? When the chicken comes out, we're going to add our mirepoix from our mise en place, or all things in place. And our mirepoix is your standard carrot, celery, onion. So I have a couple of carrots here. I'm just going to use one for the natural sugar in the sauce. That'll give us some sweetness. And I'm just using my little handheld grater here. So our carrots, celery, onion, and rosemary, I salted a little. And now we let that sweat a couple minutes, and now we're adding the garlic. And then next we're going to add a little tomato paste. Stir that to wake it up. Then we're going to add in about a cup of our Italian red wine. This is Rachael de Montalcino. It's actually the end of that bottle. And a little chili flake or fresh chili minced. Next, I want to layer in our reconstituted porcini. Now you can pull these out and drain them and finely chop them. And when I serve them with pasta, I do. When I'm serving it this way, and we're going to use a fork and a knife to eat the chicken, and we're not serving it with pasta, I literally just add them to the pan. These are already sliced. Now, here's where you need to be just a little bit careful. When you add the stock, reserve the last few spoonfuls. All dried mushrooms can be a little gritty, and the grit will have settled to the bottom of the pan. So we want to reserve that and discard it so that we don't serve grit with our sauce. Then we add in our crushed tomato or fire roasted tomato or diced tomato, any sort of tomato product. And then we slide the chicken back in. Delightful. And now we'll drop this down and just let it simmer together for a couple of minutes. And we'll serve it right from the pan with that charred bread. I don't even have a broiler. I got a pretty nice char. So guys, this is ciabatta, by the way, and it literally is just charred bread rubbed generously with garlic, drizzled with good, fruity, buttery olive oil. So good, fancy olive oil. Put him back over here. And then a little flaky sea salt. And we're gonna serve our cacciatore right from the pan. And I think kind of the sexiest part of this is to take chunks of this bread and literally hop it down into the sauce and juice. Give it a little spin so people get the idea. To me, that's dessert.